What's up, y'all? It's your boy Notorious Ring. Inmate number FF9674. Currently, I'm in the hole, as I was a few times in my travels to the Pennsylvania State Prison and the county jails of Delaware County. Now, what I'm doing with these videos is I'm trying to shed some light. I'm trying to do what I can do to give back and, share my experiences in prison and try to hopefully save one life. If I can change one, I did my job. So with that being said, let's dig into it. So currently, this is your situation. You got to your jail, you at your jail, you chilling. You with the gang, y'all relaxing, y'all going line movement, y'all programming, depending on how much time you got. Some niggas, they got an asshole full of time, so they ain't programming. They're like, fuck that program. The thing is though, if you don't go to the programs, then they cut off your GLP. People don't know what GLP is. GLP is like welfare in jail. You know what I'm saying? GLP is what they put you on, basically welfare. You get 13 cents a day, or 13 cents an hour for GLP, and they pay you for like a certain amount of hours a day. But if you got a job, you can make 60 cents a day. 60 cents an hour at your job. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sounds real delicious, doesn't it? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's all we got. So what happens is, when you got too much time on your hands, and you still connected to them streets, you know what I'm saying? You on the phone, you dialed in, anything can happen. You might wake up on the wrong side of the bed one day and choose violence. You know what I'm saying? You might have had an incident with somebody a few weeks ago. You let them slide because you was in a good mood. But now, you done call home. You done found out your mama died. You done found out your granddaddy died. Your nephew got shot. Your homie got shot. So guess what happens now? You want tilt. You on fire. And you remember that shit. And you say, you know what? I'm gonna tune this nigga up real quick. Next thing you know, you tune him up, bang, you end up in here. The whole 23 and 1. This is all you got. 23 hours a day. Your hour consists of them letting you out to take a motherfucking shower and possibly get a motherfucking phone call if you allow. Possibly. But other than that, you here. Now, I ain't gonna pipe it up. Like, some places don't allow you to control your lighting, but some holes you can't control the lighting. They can shut the lights out and you in that bitch in the dark, just like this. Just like this. So I ain't gonna perk like you can't always control your lighting. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But what I'm saying to you is, this ain't what it is. Now, you got all types of ways you can end up in a hole. You can end up in a hole for gambling, some gambling tickets. You can end up in a hole for doing tattoos. You can end up in a hole for keep missing count repeatedly, not standing for count. You know what I'm saying? You can end up in a hole for doing some fucking shit on a visit with a girl, or you know what I'm saying? Anything. You can end up in a hole for repeatedly going into the wrong chow hall because you ain't got no money coming on your books. So they motherfucking you sneaking in the chow halls trying to rack up some food to take back to the block. They don't give a fuck, bro. They keep writing you up, they're gonna send you to the hole. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this is what you're doing to yourself. You're gonna forfeit all that freedom, all that love, all that happiness that you can have out there in the streets. You're gonna forfeit all of that to do this. To sit in a motherfucking dark ass motherfucking cell by your motherfucking self. Talking to yourself. There's nobody here. It's just you. Alone in your thoughts. And if you got life, some dudes got life and they are sentenced to this shit. Some dudes got administrative custody. Some dudes is in a hole to the point where you got to go into a hearing in front of the jail to get out of administrative custody. They basically, some niggas got to have a fucking parole hearing just to get out the hole. It's some niggas that's in fucking jail that been living in this situation I'm giving y'all right now. Try this. 10 years, 20 years, 10 years, 20 years. No nothing, no nobody. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine this? Just let me I'm gonna turn that out real quick. Can you imagine this? 10 years, 23 hours a day, this shit reality. Oh, you wanna see how you get your food? You wanna see how you get your food? Here your food. Your food come under the door. Your mail come under the door. Your food come under the door. No cup. Water. That's it. That's your life. It come under the door just like this. That's it for you. This the rest of your fucking life. This the rest of your fucking life. This what they got waiting for you, man. This the whole. All you can do is sit back and just think about what you gonna think about in the hole. I can tell you what you gonna think about in the hole, cause I've been there. You gonna think about your kids. You gonna think about that sweet girl that you had when you was home. You gonna think about your homies. You gonna think about what your homies doing. You gonna think about your mama. You gonna think about, damn, I wish I could just hug my mom and just kick it. You gonna think about the simple things in life. You gonna think about the smallest shit in life. It's gonna matter the most to you back there. The smallest shit. Just walking the fuck across the street. You gonna close your eyes sometimes and just pray you could just walk across the street. You just gonna just pray you could just walk into a store just to buy fucking spring water. But this is what we do to ourselves, guys. We forfeit our freedom. We stand on principles, right? We believe in something, right? We go with it, right? We loyal. Some of us are, a lot of us ain't. Some of us are, a lot of us ain't. We stand on these principles because we swear into something that has no winners. There is no winners. It's an 80% recidivism rate. Recidivism means return rate. It's an 80% recidivism rate in parolees in this country. 80% of the men and women that are paroled in this country return. Once that door gets open, how hard did Meek Mill have to fight to get off parole once he got on parole? They sentenced him 2 years for popping wheelies. Seriously. So if they did that to him while he was free, what type of shit do you think they do to you when you're in? Oh, listen, don't get it fucked up. You see that food I just showed you? Oh, let your ass don't knock on when they knock on the door to give you that food and they slide it under, that's only because I grabbed the plate and pulled it to me. They slide it halfway, but if you got a wicket in your door, they call it a wicket. If you got a wicket in your door, they put the food on the wicket, knock on the door. If you don't get up fast enough to get your fucking tray, they pull that bitch back. You do not eat. This is why you in the hole. If you're in the older jails, they slide the shit under the cell like I just showed you. They slide under the door. You live like an animal. All you have is your memories. And guess what? When you get out the hole, you still not going. Just back to gym pop. You back to population. You back to the same old problems, same old issues. When you get out the hole, man, it feel like you're getting out of jail. You go down to the hole for motherfucking 6 months. You get out the hole, man, you feel like you just got the fuck out of jail. You feel like you really free. Like, damn, I can go get a visit. I can go out here and touch my motherfucking family. You know what I mean? On a visit. You know what I mean? I can go out here with my homies, play some cards, go to the yard, chop it up with the dogs. You know what I mean? I can do all this. You know what I mean? It's a psychological warfare. Because home ain't home no more. When you go to the hole, general population is home. Home is Mars. Your real home is Mars. You don't even think you're ever gonna see that. So you just happy to be the fuck out the hole, man. So what I'm telling y'all is this, man. I'm gonna turn this back around, man. Show y'all. That's your food, man. That's your meal. That's your drink. It's real. It's the life you want. I make these videos, man, to try to help people, man. And I ain't glorifying nothing that I ever did, man. Told you, man. I got 11 years in the state penitentiary, man. 11. And I got another, like, 2 years in the county. So you talking about 13. Then I got another year and a half in juvenile. So we talking about 4. We talking about basically, I got 15 years. I'm 42 years old, bro. I got 15 years in prison. And I wish I can get every year back. But at the same time, I still admire the man I am and the principles I stood on. I stood on the right principles. I never sent nobody to jail. I never ratted on nobody. I never took nobody down. I did all my time, and I can stand on that, and I love that about myself. So I love my principles. I love what I stand for. I just think I put my principles and my energy in the wrong things, and it got me the wrong outcomes. And now I'm trying to do what I could do to change life for some people. So listen, man, right now, it's lights out. It's how it is in the hole, by yourself. Turn the lights out. I'm about to go to bed, man. This your boy, Notorious Ren. Don't make the mistakes I made. It's the Jail Chronicles, baby. Life in the hole. 23-1. You don't want this smoke, boy. You don't want this smoke.